نيمار. يا نيمار. يا نيمار، زيد واعملها، زيد وافعلها، زيد وابدع. روبينيو ثم نيمار. يا نيمار. يا نيمار. يا نيمار.
What's up guys? Welcome back to day 3 of our How to Become a Pro in eFootball mobile series. In this video, we're focusing on one of the most essential and game-changing skill moves in the game, dribbling. Do you always miss the ball while performing this skill move? Well, in this video, we're going to fix that. We'll break down dribbling into 5 core areas that will instantly improve your control, and the 4th one will help you dominate every division match. But before we dive in, a quick announcement. If you're currently in England, and you're a Muslim, kindly reach out to me on Instagram. I have something important to discuss with you personally, something religious, so kindly don't forget to text me on Instagram. The Instagram page link is in the description. Now, without any further delay, let's get into the video. Let's start with fixing your settings. Without any further explanation, let me tell you what's best to select. There are 2 types of control options. One is touch and flick, and the other is virtual pad. You can use either one, but I recommend selecting virtual pad. Next, there are 3 types of direction sticks, or you can call them joysticks. The first is fixed joystick. The second is move joystick. And the third is off joystick. You can choose any of them, but I suggest going with the move joystick. Then comes the movement input range, or what we call the joystick size. There are 3 options: narrow, medium, and wide. In this case, the best option is medium. Don't choose narrow or wide. If you want a full explanation video on game settings, then just comment joystick, and I'll make a complete video on it. Number 1. Ball receiving. Whenever you pass the ball, always receive it in the opposite direction of your opponent, if your opponent is too close of your player. Otherwise, your opponent can easily intercept the ball. Let me show you in more detail. Here you can see, when I pass the ball to Neymar, I receive it in the opposite direction of my opponent by using the joystick. That way, you can shield the ball without any interception. Now, take a look at this clip. My opponent passes the ball to his striker, and my defender is too close of his striker. In this situation, if he had received the ball by moving the joystick in the opposite direction of my defender, he could have easily kept possession without being intercepted. But maybe he needs to watch this video. Anyway, always remember this. Always try to receive the ball in the opposite direction of your opponent if your opponent is too close of your player. Number 2. 360-degree turn, or you can say circle movement. This movement is helpful in 2 situations. One is when there's no good space for your player to move through, and the other is when your opponent is pressing you blindly, or using match-up defending. In such cases, you can use this move to keep possession without getting intercepted. Let me show you in practical. Here you can see, when I pass the ball to my Messi, I received the ball in the opposite direction of the opponent's player. Then I noticed he was still pressing, so I used the circle movement and passed the ball to another player. That's how it works, but always remember 2 things. First, always keep an eye on your opponent to anticipate their next move. Second, don't constantly press the dash button. Only use it when you've fully turned and found free space, or when it's absolutely necessary. Otherwise, forget about the button. Number 3. Hold the ball until your opponent is pressing, or you can say, shield the ball. Nowadays the matchup defending has become very overpowered. Most of the time, whenever we try to pass the ball or try to show some skills, it's always intercepted. And the main problem is, most of the eFootball players have mastered the defending skill. Maybe, it's we YouTubers' fault. You know what I'm talking about. Anyways, if we need to break the opponent's matchup defending, there is only one solution. Hold the ball until your opponent is pressing, then make your move. Let me show you in practical. Here you can see, after passing the ball to Alexander-Arnold, I held it for a few moments. Then, when I saw the opponent pressing, I moved the joystick to the left. When he came closer, I turned around in the opposite direction of the opponent. Once I was completely in free space, I pressed the dash button to give my player a speed boost. Then, I quickly removed my finger from the dash button, because I saw the opponent is pressing with another player. and waited until the opponent came closer. When he did, I used sharp touch in the opposite direction of the player and got into free space. Then I passed the ball to Messi. This is how this trick works. Hold the ball, wait for your opponent, then make your move. And remember, don't always use the dash button unless it's really important. Use your joystick freely, just like I did. And always look for your opponent's movements. Number 4. Dribbling. If you want to dribble past your opponent, always remember these key points. First, don't move your joystick while pressing the dash button, but that doesn't mean you should avoid it completely. Instead, first move your joystick in the direction you want to go. Once you find free space, then boost your player's speed by pressing the dash button. The joystick and dash button can be a deadly combination if you know how to use them correctly. Second, always try to move in the opposite direction of your opponent's player. That way, you can easily dribble past and break through their defense. And third, always play with patience and a calm head. If you concede a goal and lose your temper, your entire game will fall apart. So stay cool and composed. Now, let me show you how this works in real gameplay. Here you can see, when my Messi got the ball, I held it until my opponent came to press me. When he did, I moved the joystick in the opposite direction of his player without pressing the dash button. Then I pressed the dash button to boost my player's speed. In that way, I dribbled past him and left him behind. In this situation, it's better to pass the ball, but I tried to dribble him to show you how it works. Now again, I held the ball, waiting for him to press me. When he did, I used a circular movement to dribble him. After I left him behind, I pressed the dash button, but there was another defender coming, so I turned back again. But it didn't help, because dribbling all the time isn't always a good idea. Anyways, take a look at this clip. When my Messi got the ball, the opponent tried to press him without any hesitation. So I quickly turned in the opposite direction of his defender. Then he used 2 defenders to press me, so I turned the joystick in the opposite direction of both defenders, pressed the dash button, and boosted my speed, leaving them behind, just like Messi. Then I repeated the same move again. I know, it feels so satisfying. But to dominate those division matches, dribble your opponent wisely. Number 5. How to practice it. It may seem easy, but it's not as easy as it looks. To break those matchup merchants, you have to practice at least 4 matches. But the thing is, how do you do that? How do you practice? Don't worry, I have a challenge for you. First, go to the match option, select any AI match, then choose Legend Mode. Now here's the rule, don't use the dash button at all. Act like the dash button doesn't even exist. No dashing, just dribble with your joystick and pass. When defending, you can do whatever you want. But when attacking, act like the dash button doesn't exist. You'll feel slow, you'll feel naked, but guess what? Your gameplay will become better and cleaner. You'll understand how to remove the addiction of overusing the dash button. You'll learn how to dominate division matches, just by dribbling. Remember, you're not trying to win, you're trying to improve. So don't give up on the challenge if you concede 1 or 2 goals, or maybe more. Match 2. Play a PvP event. Same rule, no dashing, please. Let your network be strong, because the AI match you just played may have cooked you badly and triggered your ego. Then, when you play a PvP match, you may concede 1 or 2 goals. Then you might break the challenge just to prove you're better. Also, your opponent might have mastered the dribbling pattern, which makes the challenge even more frustrating. Match 3. Again, play an AI match in Legend Mode. This time, you'll start noticing improvement. Watch your opponent's movement, then make your move. Trust me, the slowness makes you smarter. Match 4, again, play a PvP match. Now this time, use the dash button. Yup, you heard me right. Use the dash button with the joystick. Use the sharp touch skill. Press the dash button to boost your player's speed when needed, just like I taught you, but no other skills, only dribbling. By the end of this match, you'll see improvement. You'll understand how powerful the joystick and dash button combination really is. You'll see how much you've improved. Thanks for watching. I hope the video was helpful for you. If it was, drop a like, and don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon for instant notifications. If you haven't watched Day 1 and Day 2 of this series, click the video on the screen now, because every video in this series is important to become a pro in eFootball Mobile. See you there.